Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the Pigskin Panel. Oh, I'm so glad to be back. For everybody that has missed us last week, we miss you guys, and sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, so we had to postpone the show for that day, but we're coming back. We're off and swinging, and we're ready to talk about some football. But before we start off here, to all of our new fans of the podcast that are just joining us for the first time and wondering what we are, who we are the Pigskin Panel. We're four friends talking about football just as the way the fellows would do. All the banter, all the chirps, all the analytics, our thoughts, whatever it is. You know, we decided just to put it on video as well as audio if you listen to our podcast. So definitely welcome if you just joined us new. But my brothers, my fans, what is going on? Everybody in the comment section too, drop a thumbs up or just post in the comment section on if you're happy that we're back. But brothers, how are you feeling today?
Just living, brother. Just living.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. Can't complain whatsoever, man. Just decided to be back, man. It honestly felt weird not having it last week. It was just like Wednesday, just nothing to do.
Yeah.
But
definitely become part of the routine.
But speaking about that, are we back on Tuesdays next week? Because it is starting in June.
Yeah.
So we will.
I'm good.
So we will be back. We will be back going on the Tuesday schedule, Tuesday at 8 p.m. But yeah, if you guys haven't yet, definitely subscribe to all of our platforms. We're all over the place. We're on every social media: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. So definitely check that out. Cody right now is rocking the Pigskin Panel handle. That's where you'll find us. Definitely go on there, chirp us, have some banter with us. It'll be Cody I'll be responding to. So if you don't like Cody, you can definitely give him some chirps there. But as we go on there, again, we want to give a big shout out to the comment section as well as to our sponsor here with my man Mike Sharpe with Extraordinarily Average. Mike, tell the fans a little bit more about that.
Well, we just got our big launch last week or 2 weeks ago, maybe. The old Summer of Love collection. Some sweet new designs. We got T-shirts, tank tops. We got sweaters. We got hats. Whole lot to go. So affordable, you know. So you got to check her out at extraordinarylyaverage.ca. Good products.
Awesome. And if you guys haven't checked them out too, definitely go follow on Instagram, man. Their Instagram page is honestly one of the most funniest Instagram pages I've seen in a while. Absolutely savage.
That Kijiji stuff is absolutely money.
I mean,
Can I buy that lobster off you so I can scratch my back with it? Fantastic content. Fantastic content.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is ea.attire on Instagram if you want to follow that.
Yeah, to check out the website, it's right there, extraordinarylyaverage.ca. Go check them out. And before we get into the podcast here, we always got to, again, give a shout out to my man Mike. What's in your drinking glass today, my man?
We got another cowbell drink here, buddy. Hazy Days.
Hazy Days.
Is that a marijuana-infused beer?
No. I wish, but no. It's only 6%.
Sure
Get the munchies mid-podcast.
We're going like. AJ, what you eating over there, man?
Well, what I'm drinking, I'm little Michael Bublé, little bubbly water. Hey, man, it's honestly my favorite drink.
With some corn nuts or what?
No, man. One of my favorite candies, Chewy Sprees. You know what? I'm not until they sponsor us. I'm not going to show them no love.
What is that?
Never heard of that.
Sprees? The candy?
No.
Was that a Skittle?
No, it's like I don't know what you
no. Those are things you get out of like those.
Yeah,
the little coin, like
the little coins.
Machines.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, those are good.
Things are unreal. Mm-hmm. I didn't know you could buy them in packages like that.
In the States, you can buy everything, man.
In the States, you have it all, man. You have it all.
There.
Jeez.
So kicking right into the actual show here, fellas, man. This past week, some crazy shit happened on FS1. As you guys all may know, Skip and Shannon, one of the most popular sports podcast shows. Skip and Shannon always in arguments back and forth, and it all started off with a picture of Julio Jones wearing a Dallas Cowboys sweater. Skip, being a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, is like, Jerry Jones is going to be pounding the table for Julio, is going to be grabbing it. And Uncle Shay Sharpe has Julio's number, is really, really connected with them. And this is how it went. Check it out.
We call? Okay, we are calling. We're calling.
You watching, Julio?
I really hope he answers here.
Julio, have the guts to pick up the phone.
What's happening?
Yeah.
All right.
Julio. Hold on. Let me put you on. Can you hear me?
I got you. This is your favorite uncle. What's going on, bro?
Man, nothing much. About to go meet up with my brother. What's happening with you?
Man, look. You want to go to the Cowboys, Julio? Or you want to stay in Atlanta?
Oh, man, nah, I'm out of there, man.
You
He's
out
out. He's out of there.
of there? Are you going to... Ideally, where would you like to go?
Right now, I want to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, don't go to Dallas. If you go, you ain't winning in Dallas, Julio.
Man, listen, come on, man. You already know I know.
Okay.
Can you remind him we're on television
Ask
right
him
now?
why he wore the Dallas.
Listen. You know how people is, man, with all that going
Right.
on with the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all that stuff like that.
Okay.
Man, I ain't never been on that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's good enough. Julio, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling me back. We on air, but I appreciate you calling me, dog. You know I know my nephew was gonna pick up.
Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, I ain't going to Dallas, man. I never thought about going to Dallas.
Okay. I appreciate that, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Now he might not have any choice.
I told you about that.
Man, talk about an absolute mic drop. Before we get started here, of course, I got to give a shout out to the comment section there. My man TJ from Beyond the Tracks podcast, another great supporter of the show, as well as a hilarious podcast. Definitely check them out. He says, "What's up, fellas? Ravens flock." Again, that's towards my man Cody, who's representing the Bird Gang out there. And then he says, Julio's a fool. Man, that's the first time I've ever seen anything like that on live TV, man. Like, the funniest part about it, too, is that even though Julio knew after he was on TV, he was like, yeah, man, it's great. I know.
Yeah.
Man, what are your guys' thoughts about that? I'll start off with my man Mike, because, you know, that's a little bit of a low blow shot to you guys, man. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's kind of hard to defend because what have we won recently, right? You know, Atlanta went to the Super Bowl not too long ago, and I don't know. I want to be upset about it, but it's kind of hard because, and like, it's just the other thing. Like, we don't even need him, so I'm not really upset that he doesn't want to come here. It's not like that we have a number one receiver need. You know, we got 3 receivers that on some teams all could be number ones, but
True.
I don't know. I'm not too upset about it. He didn't speak anything false. It was pretty factual to me.
Yeah, my one thing that, like, knowing that, especially if we come into the new year, you know, if, say, for instance, Dallas doesn't, you know, produce again, whether it be anything of the conference championships or anything like that, do you think now that someone like a Julio, that stature, is going publicly about that, do you now hurt your free agencies coming up in the future?
No. People always want to play for Dallas. Some don't. Some, like, a lot do, though. If you ask a lot of players around the league, they want to play for Dallas. And, like, our main problem's not offense. Main problem's defense. And all you hear about defensive players, they want to come play for Dan Quinn. And they want to come play for Dallas, so I'm not really too worried. If a big free agent, like, say, corner or something next year is available and we have the available cap space and we come into a bidding war with someone else, I guarantee we win out because we usually do. It's just the other pieces never seem to come together, but we'll see this year.
Love it. Again, we do have one of our Mount Rushmore supporters here, Brady DeLima, saying that he thinks he'll become a Titan come September. And there has been people with AJ Brown, him photoshopping Julio, please come to the Titans on the jersey swaps. Man, where do you guys think either would be the best fit for him or the more realistic trading place I would go for?
Well, I think San Francisco makes sense. He already had Shanahan as an OC in Atlanta, so it's not like he already doesn't know how to use Julio. They just got Trey Lance. I could definitely see him going there. Or the Chargers, one of the two. Those are the two that I think he might go to.
Chargers, that's interesting. What would make you think that?
Well, Mike Williams is hurt every season. He's going into, his 5th year?
I think so.
That's soon.
So we're 5 years deep into getting hurt every season, if that's right. And all they have is Jalen Guyton and Tyron Johnson, who are both super raw players behind Keenan Allen, who also in the past has been hurt, hasn't been recently. But what happens if Mike Williams is out and you have these two guys that really are pretty raw to the NFL as it is? Having a guy like Julio there is going to be beneficial for that team.
I love it. Yeah, that's a great insight. And yeah, Mike Williams going into his 5th season this year.
Yeah, I thought so. And like Keenan Allen plays the slot primarily all the time, so it's not going to affect him at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And having a quarterback like Herbert and stuff like that, that's definitely would be nice. I would hate it again, AFC West. Don't want to be there at all. But yeah, man. Joel, what are you thinking, man?
I don't know. I think the best spot might be Green Bay for him. It'd be a good way to get Aaron Rodgers back in the building at 2 also. They don't really have much there other than Adams, really. I mean, Lazard's okay, Scantling's okay, but to have somebody opposite of Devontae Adams and Julio Jones would be nice.
Maybe Julio can start getting some touchdowns, too.
That's what I mean. He would love it there. He would absolutely love it there. So it'd be Julio, Devontae Adams, Robert Tonyan, and probably Lazard.
With Aaron Jones in the backfield?
With Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. That's pretty nasty. You can't ask for much better than that.
And they just drafted, what's his name?
The wide receiver?
Yeah. Can't remember what his name is. Yeah, Amari Rodgers. That's what his name is.
Amari Rodgers, yeah. Rodgers to Rodgers.
Yeah, man, that's a good looking offense for Jordan Love, man. I like that.
For Jordan.
I think if a team really wants to load up, Arizona would be a good team to go to.
That's my team. Yep.
Because that would be unfair, really. Kyler Murray, take your choice.
AJ Green, Nook, and Julio.
Yeah.
Especially AJ Green, that doesn't have to be focused on the main
73 slot options they have.
Mm-hmm.
The thing
and with their backfield of James Conner and Chase Edmonds.
Into any team, right? Like he could go to any team, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, really.
So it's really just who's willing to pay for him. Is all it's going to come down to.
Now, do you guys believe that he's worth the 1st-round pick right now?
No, absolutely not. No.
Not with the contract.
Right now.
He's pretty cheap, though.
Maybe if you're a team that's good and you think you're going to have a late 1st-round pick. But, I mean,
yeah, like Julio's going to make 15, 11-5, 11-5 the next 3 years. It's not bad, man. It's not bad, but he's 32 years old and hasn't been fully healthy in like 4 years.
Yeah, the reason Amari Cooper was a 1st-round grade was because he was on a rookie deal still. He was a lot cheaper and he was producing, so it's like you kind of have to give a 1st. Whereas Julio's got his contract and it's very expensive. Like the Falcons are going to have to eat money to trade him.
I don't know, man. I think 15, 11, 11 for a player of that quality, he does have, bear in mind, a healthy one. That's pretty dirt cheap in today's market.
There's too many teams at the cap, though, right now because it's so low.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to find a team that's willing to take on all of that.
The issue
a low-key team could be the Jacksonville Jaguars also. Just to give Trevor Lawrence every opportunity to succeed. Plus, they have a run game. Plus, they beefed up that O-line.
But the thing is, Julio he's got to have a no trade, right? Because he says he wants to go somewhere where he wants to win. He's not going to go. He's not going to pick Jacksonville.
But low-key, Jacksonville could be decent.
Yeah,
on the low, they could be decent.
One of the issues with Julio is one of his main injuries he's dealt with for years has been turf toe. And that's something that is not easy for any wide receiver to play with. It's not
Yeah.
like it's like something that heals and you can even condition it. Really, it's just you gotta.
His
It's just
his
gotta get.
his hamstrings are no good too. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally, if I was a team, I'd stay away from him. I wouldn't give him that kind of money, and he's not worth a first round pick. Like I would maybe offer a second, but not even this upcoming draft. It would be next year's draft, like the year after. So, like I don't know. I don't see really any teams that are like super desperate for a wide receiver. Maybe the Ravens. Who knows?
If he wasn't the one that wanted out, I honestly think Atlanta should keep him. But he wants out, so you kind of got to move him because drafting Pitts, you're basically saying we're staying with Matt Ryan for 2 years. So trading Julio is, that's not going to help him. I mean, it might help Pitts with his targets and Calvin Ridley. Like Calvin Ridley's the number one. He can be.
But man, I think not having Julio hurts Ridley though, man.
It could. I don't know if it's going to be quite
I
the
don't know.
Antonio Brown Juju situation, but
Ridley this year without Julio is really, really good. When he was there and when he wasn't there. I think he's a number one regardless if Julio's there or not, to be honest.
yeah. It's just without Julio, there's a hole there that they don't have internally to fill.
Yeah, what do they have? Russell Gage or Gage?
Yeah.
Gage, yeah.
I think they might even line up Pitts as a wide receiver, to be honest. I don't think it's even that crazy.
He will but he'll play everywhere really.
Because did they end up releasing Hayden Hurst?
They just didn't pick up his option.
They didn't pick up his option, so he's there this year, not next year though.
Because then like Cody said, then you kick out Kyle Pitts out to your X, then you have Ridley still as your Y, and then you have Hayden Hurst as a tight end, a catch and receiving tight end, and then you almost fill that void right there.
I just think it's an injustice if you just move Pitts to wide receiver because that's not really what he's good at.
Right.
I mean, he's good at in the slot. He's good at like tight end position. You want to mismatch him, right?
They're doing the same thing with Etienne and the Jaguars. They're playing him as a wide receiver right now, right? They're just throwing people all over different formations that people won't expect. I think he'll play out of the slot quite a bit, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be interesting with it. And one of the funniest things is Cody brought up to me that Julio Jones is not even Julio Jones. His first name is Quintorris. Did anybody know that?
No.
Yep. Kind of like Tiger. Eldrick. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Julio's like an actual name.
Yeah.
It's weird. Why is he called that? Is that his middle name or something?
Probably like
No,
a
it's
nickname.
not.
I really don't know.
Didn't you see? I think I sent a video in a group or something, or I can't remember. I know I sent it to AJ, but it was like a guy who looks up guys' names online, and they're nowhere near what they actually say. Like T.Y. Hilton's is ridiculous too.
Oh yeah, T.Y. Hilton's is not even like remotely close.
He's
Eugene Marquise Hilton. Where does T.Y. come out of Eugene Marquise?
Eugene.
That's even like a different sport, but BJ Upton. Like BJ doesn't like that's not even his initials. His name is I can't remember his name, but BJ stands for Boss Man Jr. That's just what his dad called him.
Yeah.
Boss Man Jr. Yeah, I'm BJ Upton. No, you're not.
Hey, he pulled it off. Everybody thought it was his name for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So good for him.
But same with Dak. Like it's Rain Dakota. He goes by Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot more common than you would think.
But it shouldn't be common. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. I don't think Rain Prescott would be a sweet name. I don't know why he doesn't go by Rain.
Yeah, make it rain on them.
Yeah.
Well, it's Matt Stafford. His name is John, which is kind of weird.
Is it John Matthew?
Yeah, John Matthew. Yeah. And then Eli is Alicia Nelson Manning.
Alicia.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Von Miller is Vonnie.
Alicia or Alicia?
It's like Elisha.
Did his like
Alicia?
did Did Archie not want to have another kid or something?
they thought Eli was a girl.
Yeah.
He's got
Breaking
God.
news.
He's got I can't even say it.
Well, even Peyton. Peyton can be a girl's name too.
Yeah. Archie was like, I'm just trying to have girls disappointed. Girl
Yeah.
name still. That's awesome.
Jeez.
I can't believe my little girl won a Super Bowl.
And another breaking news, though, on the Pat McAfee show, Adam Vinatieri announced his retirement officially.
Yeah, finally.
He played in the league for 24 years, had 4 rings, was the all-time leader in points scored in the NFL with 2,673 points. He had 599 field goals made. Like, that would drive me nuts.
Oh yeah.
Sign me for a 1-game contract. Let me kick a PAT and let me just get out of there. Like, and then he also has the most games ever played in the NFL, which is 397, and he has the record for consecutive field goals made at 44. Like, that is absolutely crazy. First ballot Hall of Famer. Hats off to Adam Vinatieri, one of the GOATs and kickers. I know Cody will probably argue his kicker is the GOAT, but I guess that'll be another.
Kicker is Justin Tucker is not the GOAT yet.
Not
He
yet.
will be one day.
But I think Vinatieri retired a couple years too late.
You think so?
He was looking rough the last couple of years. He was missing so much.
Yeah.
They had to move on to Hot Rod, the undrafted kicker.
That is true.
And they drafted another kicker too, the Colts. I don't know why, because they have Blankenship, but they did sign somebody. I saw it the other day. Can't remember who.
There's a kicker drafted in this year's draft. Guy is absolutely nuts. Like he there's a video on Instagram. He kicked it from like the 40-yard field goal, and he basically tore off the lid of a water bottle with his kick. Like, didn't hit the water bottle, literally just hit it perfectly where it literally spun off the lid. I was like, whoa. And it was like, this is the reason why this kid got drafted. I was like, wow.
That video was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that video. I think it was at
crazy.
Penn State,
Was he at Penn State?
maybe. I think so. Could be wrong.
No, that's not too bad. But yeah, hats off goes to the legendary Adam Vinatieri. Like Mike said, retired a couple years too late, but still a first ballot Hall of Famer nonetheless. And another kicker goes into Canton, which would be pretty cool to see. But this is where a lot of controversy happens, boys. Our good friends over at PFF has this released some of their rankings going into this season, and we'll start it off.
I ain't friends with them.
Speak for yourself.
We will start it off with their first one that they released last week. And I definitely want to get your opinions on this. And it is the top quarterbacks going into the 2021 season. And neither the MVP nor the reigning Super Bowl MVP champion is not number one. So the way they have it, Patrick Mahomes is the number one quarterback going to the league. Tom Brady at number 2. Aaron Rodgers at 3. Russell Wilson at 4. Deshaun Watson at 5. Josh Allen at 6. Dak Prescott at 7. 8 is Lamar Jackson. 9 is Matt Ryan. And 10 is Baker Mayfield. What do you boys think about that?
I'm not super cool with Matt Ryan at 9. That's for sure.
That's why I was literally just smirking because you said Matt Ryan, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Even Baker at 10. I don't know if I can put him at 10.
I'm gonna go.
Is there a case for Herbert being the top 10 quarterback going into this and going to the 2021 season?
No.
I don't think he had a good rookie year, but I don't know if it was like that good for like top 10.
You got to prove. Plus, you got to do more before I can just crown you into a top 10. You know, like he only won what'd they win 5 games last year, 6 games.
Yeah,
but he did end up being in Baker's rookie record though.
Yeah, that's true. Baker also took his team to a.
Wait, time out. How does KY Jelly not in this list?
Who?
Kyler Murray.
Oh,
that's what I mean.
He
I didn't notice. Yeah, that's a snub and a half.
Forget Kyler Murray. How is Tannehill not on the list? He is easily a top 10 quarterback over the last 2 seasons, and Would you guys disagree? He's the most efficient quarterback in the whole NFL.
Well, I would have him over Matt Ryan for sure.
Yeah, I'd have Tannehill over Matt Ryan.
Like, he
Yeah.
should definitely be in the top 10. Kyler should too.
Yeah, like what are we talking about?
Weren't you saying in that rankings that they had Fields over Tua? Like that's
Yeah, they had
pretty
Fields at
disres-
25.
disrespectful.
I honestly think they
Wow,
have like
that's
Trevor
good.
Lawrence at 14.
It's
I'm
like
not
how
mistaken.
that doesn't make any sense to me. He hasn't played. How is he already a top 15 quarterback?
They're taking his college stats.
Like this is the problem. You're putting like all this on like
Okay, so
picked
I'll-
quarterbacks.
I'll go through the whole list because I have it here right here. So at number 11 goes Matt Stafford after Baker. Then number 12 is where we have Tannehill. 13 we have Carr. 14 we have Kirk Cousins. 15 we have Justin. Oh, what's that?
Over Kyler Murray. All those guys, Derek Carr over Kyler Murray.
Kirk Cousins at 14.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
15 we have
Yeah.
Justin Herbert.
Damn.
16 we have Big Ben.
That's
And
way
then
too high
in
too.
his last game. He threw 5 picks. In his
And then
last
17 is where we have Kyler Murray. Like
The bottom half,
That's
the bottom
so
tier of the league.
disrespectful.
18
like the-
we have Joe Burrow. 19
fair.
Fitzmagic.
That
20
guy-
we have Daniel Jones.
Fitzmagic's about to throw an interception for absolutely no reason
Wait,
at
what's
all.
I gotta hear who is after Daniel Jones.
Trevor Lawrence at 21.
Wait, Daniel Jones is 20?
Yeah.
That's
Jesus.
absolutely incredible. He threw like
Next-
10 touchdowns last season.
Yeah, and like 14 picks with also like 5 to 6 fumbles. How is that guy even close to top 30?
Here, and you want to hear? Okay, this is the description for it. This is a big year for Daniel Jones to establish himself as the franchise quarterback.
I
And the
would
Giants
hope.
are doing and the Giants are doing everything in their power to surround him with help. Last year, the team had the lowest pass blocking grade in the league and the 8th worst receiving grade, but new additions from free agency and the draft should help. This is the first offseason Jones will have the same offense, which will offer more familiarity going into his 3rd season. Jones must eliminate the boneheaded decisions and turnover-worthy plays that hold the team back. With his toughness and ability to make plays with his legs, Jones can make that big leap forward.
Where in there does so? Why is he better than 12 quarterbacks? That whole thing that was a negative blur. There wasn't any positive thing that you said.
Basically saying, hold on to the ball when you're getting tackled. You moron.
You are a bonehead.
On primetime football, he had a breakaway 90-yard touchdown. He fell over.
Let's just put this into perspective. Kyler 17, Daniel Jones 20. How the hell are those two QBs that close to each other in a ranking? My
It's crazy.
God.
It's crazy that for Trevor Lawrence's, they're using it. Okay, so Lawrence, they put Lawrence is the only quarterback in PFF college era to earn an overall grade of 90 as a true freshman, and repeated the last 2 seasons. His skill set should fit perfectly with the Urban Meyer offense, which is designed to help young quarterbacks reach their NFL potential.
Never coached in the NFL. You don't know what he's going to be like.
Yeah. No
Well, look at
shit.
Chip Kelly.
What do you mean it's going to marry perfectly?
Chip Kelly
Yeah,
was
Chip Kelly
a pretty
stunk.
good coach, and then he came to the NFL. He went to the Niners, and he was awful.
Oh, it was gold when he went to the Eagles because he absolutely dismantled that team.
Oh, sorry. Am I thinking? What was the first team he went to? Was it the Eagles?
The Eagles.
It was the Eagles,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
And then he
Yeah.
traded literally every best
Yeah.
player on the offense away.
Yeah, because that's when the shady trade happened.
Yeah, Shady. I think he traded Deshaun Jackson, and I think he traded someone else.
Kiko Alonso, Byron Maxwell to Miami to go up like 2 spots.
Yeah.
This absolutely flames. But after Trevor Lawrence, we have Jimmy G at 22,
That's fair.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz at 23.
Nope. He had a bad year.
Then this is the funniest thing here. We have Jameis Winston / Taysom Hill at 24.
Yeah,
like
that's
that makes
what was
no sense.
hilarious. They're not
What?
they're not a combined quarterback. They're 2 different people.
You just go
Right.
whoever's running New Orleans, so just pluck them here at 24.
But the thing, they're not even the same quarterback. There's totally different styles. Like you got to rank them differently. It's not just a combo.
Didn't Taysom Hill start 8 games and throw 4 touchdowns?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Justin
yeah.
Fields. Justin Fields,
Justin
25.
Fields at
He's not even going to
25.
start. He's not going to start the year probably.
Right, because isn't it's starting quarterbacks going into the season, and what's calls gonna be starting? Like what are we even talking about here?
Andy Dalton.
He'll be at the bottom though, Dalton. He'll probably be like 32, I bet. Scroll down.
Yeah.
No, then we have Jared Goff at 20, and I think this is disrespectful too, because Jared Goff, he went to the Super Bowl, man. Like, of course, he might not be the craziest quarterback, but 26, come on now, that's a little ridiculous.
I think they're putting into the perspective the Lions, and we're gonna see the true Jared Goff. I think.
Yeah. Disrespect on Cam. I am.
Lions actually have a decent O-line, man. And that's what Jared Goff needs is an O-line. He needs time to make reads. So I could actually see him being decent.
And DeAndre Swift as a running back, man. Like they might just do decent with like a run first.
And they got that power back from Green Bay, who I absolutely love.
Oh, Jamal Williams, yeah.
Love that guy. He's an absolute goofball off the field, but boy, can he play football.
Yeah, I guess they did grab Penei Sewell too, which really helps.
Yeah.
Like really, really helps. Really, really, really helps.
Yeah.
We have Cam Newton at 27 at the bottom of the barrel. We have Sam Darnold, who just got traded to the Carolina Panthers.
Why do they got to disrespect Tua like that?
And then Tua at 29.
Like he really didn't have a bad year.
Yeah, Tua goes 6-3 as a starter as a rookie, gets 29. Cool.
Yeah, wasn't his numbers 11-4 for touchdowns, 4 picks? Like that's pretty good to me.
Pretty solid, yeah. It was like 11-5.
Zach Wilson for the New York Jets, the rookie. Again,
He's
that's
gonna have a rough
fair,
year.
you know, at the bottom, you know, with a rookie quarterback. Jalen Hurts with the Eagles. I thought he had a decent kind of merge over just to show what he got. And the last but not least, the absolute disrespect. PFF is literally ridiculous. How to put Drew Lock at the worst quarterback, I think is a reach and a half. Like I don't, think that he's up there, but at the 29, 28 with the Tuas, that's where I put him. To put him at the bottom of the barrel, it's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous.
The whole the list is a joke, other than like the top 10, which everybody, or even the top 8, which everybody knows is like what it is. It is what it is. Everybody would pluck those guys, those 8 guys, maybe in a different order for a couple, but everything else is a joke. Those are no-brainers.
Yeah.
As soon as you have to get some thinking behind it, it just turns into a goddamn disaster zone. I'm going to pay $199 a year for PFF Elite. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Now, do you think Patrick Mahomes is warranted at number 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Rodgers should be too.
Who would you have above him?
Man, I just don't as much as I just don't know how you don't have Tom Brady going at 1 again, man. He keeps proving you wrong year after year after year after year.
Tampa Bay was bad until like week 11 last year. Like they were at one point 1 or 2 wins away from 500.
Yeah.
They just
that's what I mean going into the season. You know what I mean?
They went on an absolute tear.
Yeah, it just you got to think of like the overall thing. Like no one can do what Patrick Mahomes does.
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady probably calls a game better than anyone, but Patrick Mahomes plays the position better than anyone.
Yeah.
Better than Aaron Rodgers last year?
Yeah, maybe.
No, he wasn't better than Aaron Rodgers, but Mahomes is the number 1 best quarterback in the league. Yeah. Mahomes had no O-line last year.
Yeah, like this O-line.
Fisher and Schwartz went out pretty good.
Completely rebuilt O-line.
He took that team to the Super Bowl and literally, well, not just him, but he's the biggest part of it. And they legit did not have an O-line at all.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, there is oh man, My cousin's talking. He's like, face it, fam. Locke deserves to be 33. I put, oh man,
Wow.
wow, absolute disrespect. Disrespect. I'm gonna have to clip this for next season.
Ouch.
Hey, it's his prove it year.
Yeah, it's prove it year.
There's a lot of
I can't
voters.
wait. It's a
Hey,
prove
I'm
it
with your
year,
cousin,
and I
dude.
cannot wait.
It's a prove it year for me too because I'm on Drew Lock's side, and if he does
Thank
not
you.
do well, I'm off.
Thank
the
you, Mike.
bandwagon.
That's what I'm talking about. High five, brother. 100%.
I'm just sorry, but if he sucks this year, I'm done.
Oh, if he sucks, that's the thing. If he sucks this year, we go back to Chad Henne or something. I don't know.
How long
Be-
have a
beyond-
leash?
Yeah.
Beyond the Tracks has Mitch Trubisky at 32, Drew Lock at 33.
Oh, get out of here.
All jokes aside, how long of a leash does Drew Lock get this year? He has
Not
been
long.
horrendous.
With Teddy
it's
as the backup, he has 4 or 5 games.
Bro, it's no longer than a Subway sub, man.
I don't even know if it is for.
Is that the $5 foot long there, Joel?
Yeah, his leash is a foot long, and there's a couple bites out of the ends already.
Like this is Denver's best roster since you guys have won the Super Bowl easily. So like I think he gets 2 games, and if he stinks, I think Teddy's playing week 3.
Oh, pump it.
Yeah.
I don't
Pump
know.
it.
I
But
hate-
Teddy's
I
no
don't know.
savior either.
He isn't. But the one thing he doesn't do is turn the ball over, and the one thing that Drew Lock does is turn the ball over.
Yeah. Just good luck with any deep balls with Teddy.
Oh, no doubt. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. However, I may have to eat my shoe on live, though.
Get some sriracha.
Yeah, get some sriracha sauce and keep on going in there. But as we were talking about, the Kansas City Chiefs, there's some other controversy that came down. You guys probably saw it on Twitter, and it came down to the conversation of who is the best deep threat ever, and then as of right now. And Twitter was erupting because there was multiple analysts saying that Tyreek Hill is the greatest deep threat of all time, to the point where I think either he tweeted himself with like emojis like the question thing, but Randy Moss chimed in, was basically like, you forget about me.
Mhm.
It comes up to great debate, man, because we've never really seen anybody as fast as Tyreek Hill that can just take the top off. But man, there's a move for wide receivers called getting mossed because of this man, Randy Moss. What do you guys think?
Him and Deshaun
Oh.
Jackson are number
Yeah.
1.
The best all time? Deshaun Jackson, really?
I think he's right behind Randy Moss, yeah. And then probably Tyreek Hill.
Wow, that's bold.
All Deshaun Jackson did was go deep, literally. That's what he was known for.
Well, he
Wait,
can
you have
run.
Hugh Jackson's number 1?
Yeah, but he
I have Randy
like
Moss
look
number
at
1, and then
yeah.
Oh, Randy Moss is
I was
one.
gonna say like look at Randy Moss's numbers compared to D-Jack's numbers.
Yeah.
Oh,
D-Jax didn't have any amazing seasons like Randy Moss did.
If you guys look it up, there's the craziest stat ever. There is a 15-minute montage of Randy Moss 40+ yard receiving catches.
Oh, he's by far the best. It's not even funny. Calvin
course.
Johnson was pretty good too.
Yeah. Like that's the thing you got to think of. Like not just small receivers are deep threats.
Exactly.
That's what people seem to think in their head. Like, oh, it's got to be like a slot guy or something that runs deep and small. It's like no, there's bigger guys. Like even Dez was a good deep threat
Yeah.
in his prime. Like, there's bigger guys that you go deep, throw them a jump ball, they're going to catch it. Calvin Johnson won every single 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would
call him
personally go.
Megatron for a reason.
I'd go Moss 1, Calvin 2, and probably Tyreek maybe 3.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, Deshaun Jackson's like 5-6 territory. Deshaun
I
Jackson
love
was
watching-
nasty at Philly in his prime, though.
Oh yeah, him and Vic together. Those are some of the best clips to watch. That's
Oh,
they're pretty dynamic.
phenomenal.
they have one of the greatest comeback stories of all time. It was actually part of our contest one time. But yeah, it absolutely ridiculous, man.
Against
But
that game against the Giants.
Miracle
Yeah,
at the
when they came-
So they came back like 24 points and then like a quarter in a little bit.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes left in the third and then the fourth. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely
insane.
wild. Absolutely wild. But yeah, man, like, it's going to be, because Tyreek is still, coming into his prime. So it's going to be interesting, when all said is done, when they can be able to compete head to head. Because Tyreek is on a trajectory of going to the Hall of Fame for sure. And to be notified as like one of the greatest deep threats. But yeah, I just don't see him standing a feather right now to Randy Moss. But
it doesn't
Even-
help that he's playing with
even
the
Calvin
quarterback we all
Johnson.
just said is the best
Yeah.
in the NFL.
yeah.
Right? Yes, Patrick Mahomes. They're gonna play together probably their whole careers, honestly. So
Unless one gets greedy.
yeah,
And you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I deserve my big check coming up. And
Okay, enjoy no defense.
yeah.
One thing about Tyreek Hill too is he's an all-pro wide receiver and he's an all-pro returner, which is pretty
Returner.
rare.
Does he still return much? Like, I don't think he does that much, does he?
No, isn't
Well,
it
he has the
Nico
ability
Hardman
to do it
doing,
whenever he wants.
or that Pringle? Pringle, doesn't he do some of that returning?
McCole
but-
Hardman is their punt returner, and then Tyreek is their kickoff returner, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, I would not want my star wide receiver to be punt returning.
Absolutely not.
That was one thing I was really shocked with the Steelers on how Antonio Brown was their return specialist. Most bizarre thing I think I've seen.
Some teams do it. Titans, AJ Brown returned a punt for a touchdown last year. Some teams just
The
do
Dolphins. The Dolphins drafted Jalen Waddle partly because he's really good at returning kicks. So
Man,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine putting
Man,
like KJ Hamler or Drew Diaz like a punt returner, man. All it takes is one of those big boys that really don't give a shit.
Dude, if I'm Green Bay, I'm putting Stokes as my returner, punt returner.
Oh yeah. Eric
Corner.
Stokes run a 4-2-2.
Like you don't see CBs or like DBs doing that anymore. They used to do it all the time.
They used to do it all the time.
runs a 4.3 and has good size. Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Doesn't he run a 4-2-2?
Yeah, it was 4-2-4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was 4-2-2. I think it was John Ross.
John Ross, right.
My favorite.
Yeah, that's-
watching. My favorite returner was Cribbs for the Browns. That guy was fun to watch.
Oh,
Devin-
disrespecting Devin Hester.
Yeah, Devin
Oh,
Hester
yeah.
was unreal.
I'm not saying he's better.
What about
than-
Dante Hall, the human joystick?
Who?
The human joystick.
Devin Hester?
No.
Who's
The
the
human
human
I've
joystick.
heard that nickname. I don't know who it is though.
It was Dante Hall for was it the Chiefs? Yeah, for the Chiefs.
Mm.
That was
No.
Yeah, but Devin Hester is literally goated when it comes to
I'm pretty sure in that Super Bowl, the Bears Colts, the very first kickoff, he took it to the house, very first play.
the funniest thing. They have like a 40-on-40 about that, and they were saying, "Do not kick the ball where it's returnable."
First
We all
play,
know
just shanks one right into Hester's hands.
I guess his
Absolutely ridiculous.
son is pretty nasty too.
Oh, really?
What, Devin Hester's son?
Yeah, there's like a video of him like going to the house too.
Wow.
I don't
good for him. Hope he
The
makes
Bears
it.
doing this.
Yeah.
Come here. But yeah, going back to our good friends or not good friends at PFF. Next was the
Terrible
one
friend.
the
Full of
one that
lies.
Cody dropped on us earlier this weekend today. Was the linebacker and edge group that they came out with. And now this one here had all of us like Snoop Dogg's gif, the who. So let's start off with edge, man. We all know the season that TJ Watt had as an edge rusher. Defensive player of the year candidate, finished behind Aaron Donald. They have Khalil Mack as number one.
Yeah.
To me, that's just like no disrespect to Khalil Mack,
Yeah.
and he's a huge beast, but man,
He hasn't been dominant.
TJ Watt deserves that number one spot, man. Like I just don't see
Yeah.
any type of argument against that.
Khalil Mack hasn't been Khalil Mack in a couple of years.
Yeah.
He's been good. He hasn't been the great edge rusher that he was.
I think
Yeah.
Garrett's deserving of number 2.
Yeah, Garrett's unreal. I think he gets a little disrespected.
Oh, Garrett's a freak. He just gets disrespected because he was fighting with football helmets and swinging them. So good old Duck Hodge, not see that coming. So we have Khalil Mack at number 1, TJ Watt at number 2, Joey Bosa at 3, Myles Garrett at 4, Nick Bosa at 5, Demario Davis at 6, Cameron Jordan at 7, DeMarcus Lawrence at 8, Chase Young at 9, Shaq Barrett at 10. Oh, I must have skipped one, but then at the end we have Danielle Hunter.
How is Joey Bosa that high too? When he's on, he's good, but he is never healthy.
Yeah.
I don't understand how he's 3. I'd have his brother ahead of him.
I have his brother ahead of him, 100%, 100%. Even for this year, man, Chase Young. How is he not higher? In my opinion, I think I'm putting Chase Young over DeMarcus Lawrence and Cameron Jordan.
I wouldn't even have DeMarcus Lawrence top 10. Call me a bad fan if you want, but I don't think he has a sniff at top 20, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know how DeMarcus Lawrence is a top 10 edge rusher. I mean,
he's really good at he's good at disrupting plays and making the play go the other way and whatnot, but his numbers have not been great. So I don't know how you can put him in the top 10.
And see, this is where people love PFF and then people absolutely despise PFF, right? Because sometimes, too much analytics does you more harm than what it does good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they can have these advanced crazy stats like DeMarcus Lawrence has the best 1-2 step coming off the snap. However, he has 0 sacks or how many, what good does that really do? Or let's say he's because he has, the best release, but if you don't have any QB hurries to, represent that too, what does those stats really mean? Yeah, he could be the best at, a few things, but if that doesn't show on the field, it really doesn't really matter. And like you said, you watched them all year, and it's just I wouldn't even have him in my top 20. Right?
If you're not a game changer, I don't see how you can be in the top 10. And he didn't change any games for Dallas last year. No one did for that matter on the defense. So I don't know how any defensive player would be on there.
I actually really do like most of the stuff, but some of the lists I will say are a little bit,
Yeah, they're going I think they're doing too in depth for their ratings, and then that's what the rating system comes out with, right?
My thing is, if you have to get this big pack of information as to why you're explaining something, rather than just saying it and being like, "Oh, okay," then there's probably something about what you're saying that's maybe looking a little bit
irrelevant.
Good,
That's all. It's like they're trying to explain their opinion and why you should agree with it.
Right.
This is what we're thinking. This is what our numbers came out with. This is why you should, like it.
We typed in the algorithm and they say this is best.
I think that's literally what they do. They'll just grade every little part, and then whatever player spits out is how they rank them. They don't rank them off of their ability.
A lot of the stats or a lot of the stuff that they go off of is fucking BS though.
Yeah.
It just straight up is. For quarterbacks, what do I care about? Completions, yards, turnovers, rushing yards, I guess, and maybe avoiding hits, avoiding tackles,
third down conversions.
Other than that, that's what I'm basing quarterbacks off of, because that's how you are productive in the NFL. I don't care about anything else. I know I'm not taking who your O-line is into account. Lots of good quarterbacks have done less with terrible O-lines. You know what I mean? I don't care who your running back is. I don't care who's around you that's productive. Look at as much as I hate him, look at Lamar Jackson that year. He had the most touchdown passes or whatever, right, Cody?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's super cool throwing the ball. So I don't care. Some of these things are just ridiculous. Their edge rushing stats are whatever they base it off of have to be out of left field. I don't even understand a lot of them. We were absolutely ripping them earlier. Even their
See, the-
linebackers that I'm sure we're going to talk about in a second here are just absolute nonsense.
Because like if you really think about it, if they like base it off of even things like such as like QB hurries and stuff like that, where's JJ Watt on this list? You talking about the guy who produces some of the most QB hurries off of edge? Like he
Chandler-
should be in the top. Don't Chandler.
Where's Chandler Jones on that list?
Guy has
Do
the
they-
most consistent double-digit sacks year by year. Snub.
Do they,
And that's
do they,
the-
con-
and that's
do
the-
they consider
and
him
that's
edge rusher?
They'd have to. What else?
I
What else
would.
he? He want to be a defensive tackle.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if he's not on the list, that doesn't make any sense either.
That's what
And,
I'm saying.
and the
dude.
thing is,
Like,
I said this on a previous podcast, man. Chandler Jones gets so disrespected. It is absolutely ridiculous. For any type of defender talk, it's slanderous, to be quite honest.
bro, even when he was at New England, it was the same thing. The guy just gets disrespected. What? Because he's undersized a bit for a DN? Big deal. The guy has an absolute motor on him.
He's Johnny Bones' brother. That's why. If we can't put him in the spotlight.
Stop up at the gas station, put a little diesel in him, and off. Watch him go.
I'm sure he's a lot cooler than John Jones is. That guy's a complete loser.
Are they actually brothers? Or are you just
Yeah.
joking?
No,
Really?
there.
Wow.
Yeah, he has
There you go.
he has two brothers in the NFL. Chris Jones isn't his brother, but Chandler Jones
They're
and
two pretty famous. I guess there's plenty of brothers, I guess, in the NFL and stuff, but two pretty famous people. I didn't know that they were brothers.
Chandler Jones keeps it clean, and Bones Jones puts stuff up his nose, so that's cool.
he's a fan of the winter, we will say.
Yeah, he likes the nose nachos.
Winter is coming.
Yeah. Arthur Jones. He used to play for you guys, Cody.
Oh, Arthur Jones. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. He was defensive
Not gonna
tackle.
lie, I don't know who that is, man.
He played for you guys for 3 years. Won the
Some
Super
fan
Bowl.
you are.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who he is?
No.
Never heard of him.
He was a
I
rotation
hate the
defensive
Ravens,
tackle.
so and that's no secret.
Braden says it's hard to hear you, Cody. That is because Cody right now is using a Mac, or an iPad or something like that. He had to use a makeshift.
Sorry,
Mike, he's
Delima.
here.
He doesn't have his laptop. He had to use his iPod Mini.
The iPod Touch first generation.
The shuffle.
I just realized this entire time. I'm pretty sure, is the speaker on an iPad at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Not a
probably-
clue.
Might have been
So
covered.
there's one mic on the bottom and then one mic right beside the top earpiece kind of thing. But so speaking of that, we can go in now into the second one here, and that's their linebacker core. And as Sharp would say, I don't know if it was Sharp or Braga if we're in 2017 or 2018, but it's kind of crazy. So at number 1, we have Bobby Wagner from the Seattle Seahawks. We have Fred Warner at number 2, Eric Kendricks at number 3, Levante David at number 4, Darius Leonard at number 5, Deion Jones at 6, Roquan Smith at 7, Dante Hightower at 8, Alexander Johnson at 9.
Hightower didn't even play.
Yeah. Like, let's start off there.
Anybody here ever heard of Devin White? The guy's probably the 3rd best linebacker in the league, not in the top 10.
Yeah, let's put Hightower in. Come on. Darius Leonard's not number 1, really?
Yeah. How Darius Leonard's not the number 1
Didn't
linebacker to me.
Didn't you say Daniil Hunter was 10 on that last list?
Yeah.
Okay, because Daniil Hunter had back-to-back 15 sack seasons, something like that, last 2 years. Didn't play last year because he was hurt. Hightower opted out, did he not, last season? And was nowhere as productive as Hunter, who is 9 on this list.
Sorry, Demario Davis was not on the edge rushers. I accidentally did a mistypo there. Demario Davis is number 5 for the linebackers, and Darius Leonard is number 6, which makes it even worse.
I don't get that. I mean, you could argue Bobby Wagner at number 1, maybe, but to me, it's Darius Leonard. I don't see Fred Warner at 2.
Yeah, I don't know how Leonard's not 1 or 2. Pretty hard to keep him out of the top 2, I think.
How the hell is Micah Parsons not on that list? I don't get that.
Oh, come
Unbelievable.
on.
AJ, what do you think of Johnson? What do you think of Johnson at 10? What do you think of that?
I'm surprised they put him at top 10. He's underrated, but I don't think he's like if I'm being fair, if I'm looking at linebackers, top 10 list, I'm looking at Pro Bowlers, All Pros. I don't think Alexander Johnson is a Pro Bowler. He's a great linebacker, not top 10, but he's super underrated for what he does.
Either I didn't watch like enough Broncos games or anything, but I honestly didn't know who that was.
Yeah. He was our middle linebacker that came in. He was actually he was a first round grade talent coming out of college, but he had a false accusation rape charge against him. That had to get going through that. He got it dropped because the female was lying, and then he came into the league. I want to say 3 years ago.
Did he get drafted or he went undrafted?
I believe he went undrafted because it came out that accusation charge came out in his senior year.
That's like La'el Collins for Dallas. He went undrafted, but he was a first-round talent because he was a suspect in a murder because it was his ex-girlfriend, but he had nothing to do with it. So he went undrafted.
Yeah.
And then
so it's great. Like I said, he's really good, but he's older now. It kind of sucks. You know what I mean? You lose kind of like your prime years, but this is like, to me, no Devin Bush, no Devin White.
Devin White to me, like Devin White's top 5 easily.
Easily. In my sleep.
You could argue top 3.
Dude, even that linebacker for the Jaguars, Joe Schobert, that guy is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, Blake Martinez.
Blake Martinez.
Yeah.
Martinez was the biggest snub for me. Like, I don't get that at all. Like,
I'd have him in the top 10 for sure, but Devin White has to be the biggest snub.
Devin White has to be top 5, man.
Yeah, he's a hybrid. He literally plays anywhere.
Yeah. Khalil Mack, Bobby Wagner. Like, what are we talking? Like, is this an updated list? Are we sure?
To me, Bobby Wagner's still a top 3 linebacker in my opinion. I don't know if
anybody else
needs to be there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the DN list. I don't like the linebacker list.
I think my top 3 linebackers would be Wagner, White, and Leonard. In whatever order you want.
Is there a running back list? I think that would be hilarious
too. Let's see. They possibly could have come back.
If there's a running back list and it's I can't wait. Adrian Peterson, number 1.
Frank Gore, number 2.
Yeah. Steady Freddie Gore.
The bus?
The bus?
Could be in there.
I don't know why keeps on changing running back PFF.
They gotta have one.
I saw they had like projections for like yards for running backs. They had Najee Harris getting like 1,044 behind like what O-line and a 40-year-old quarterback. Like that's going to be a lot.
Oh wait, no, that's I have to type in their actual pro football.
I think Najee Harris will have a big season. They're gonna force feed that guy the ball. They couldn't run for their life.
He's gotta there's gotta be holes.
Oh, dude, here we go, boys. I got it up.
All right, let's see this.
Here we go. Let me share my screen. That way everybody's watching can tune in with us here.
Najee Harris gonna be in the top 10. Watch, guaranteed.
So, what we got here, we have the running back rankings, the best 32 running backs entering the 2021 NFL season. At number 1, well, first we go into, did anybody want to guess? I'm going to guess it's King Henry.
Derrick Henry, yeah.
Yeah, he just ran for 2K. It's obviously him.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Number 1 is Derrick Henry. At the Tennessee Titans, well-deserved, King Henry. Think anybody could have saw that in their sleep. Number
Kamara
2, we have
too?
Dalvin Cook from the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah,
Kamara.
maybe.
Over Kamara. That's right.
Dalvin Cook did have a good year.
Yeah.
It's just finally
stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Number 3,
CMC,
run CMC.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I probably would too. He can catch the ball, run the ball.
If this has to be Kamara, man. This is crazy.
Number
Nick
4, Nick
Chubb.
Chubb.
What?
He is so nasty, though, man. Nick Chubb is arguably one of the best
Oh,
power
yeah,
back
no
runners behind
disrespect.
Derrick Henry.
He's really good.
Right,
Oh,
but he
wow.
doesn't do both. How can you
Alvin
have him over
Kamara.
somebody who can
This
do both?
has to be him.
There we go. Number 5, Alvin Kamara, New Orleans Saints.
Crazy.
Hybrid, can do everything. He probably just got a little bit snubbed just because of the whole Taysom Hill, Winston thing. What I'm going to be thinking.
Yeah, probably.
Aaron
He's the
Jones,
best
number
dual
6 for the
threat.
Green Bay.
Aaron
I
I
Jones.
actually really like Aaron Jones, but yeah, it's pretty high.
Not at 6.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley at number 7.
That's
Wow.
even high. That's super high.
He hasn't
Like-
played a full season in when?
He's so good, but he's just constantly hurt. Like he cannot
Honestly,
stay on the
2
field.
years now.
2 years in a row
Yeah.
he's been
And
major.
they're injuries that aren't like,
They're
okay, he's
major.
back from. No, like he's
Yeah.
gonna have nagging injuries.
Yeah, it's not like he has tightness in the back. It's
Yeah.
he tore his ACL. He injured his. He did this to his
Yeah.
right ankle.
Oh, he has a high ankle sprain. Perfect. Those never heal.
Number 8, we do have. Looks like it's gonna be Chris Carson.
What? Okay.
This is crazy.
Say what you want about Zeke. He should definitely be above Chris Carson.
Yeah,
That is a
I agree.
joke.
I agree.
Number 9,
Chris-
Josh Jacobs.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Chris Carson at 8. Like, he's not a top 10 back
No.
at all.
Guy has fumble issues too.
Oh,
Zeke's
God.
not even gonna touch the top 10, eh?
No, I doubt it.
Who's 10 here?
Kareem Hunt, the dual.
They do 70-30 snaps there. How does that make sense? What?
This is a joke.
Kareem the Dream in the top 10. Come on.
Sharp is about to get some hazy eyes right now.
Who would you rather have, Kareem Hunt or Jonathan Taylor?
I'd rather have Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, every day of the week.
I actually can't believe Kamara is number 5. Like, that's so crazy. That makes
Number
no sense.
Number 11, we have Austin Eckler.
That's
For the
pretty
Chargers.
fair.
That's a
I'd
fair
say-
ranking.
I'd say that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 12, we have Zeke coming in. And let's see what they say. They say you don't have to go back very far to find Zeke Elliott at the top of the list like these, but he's coming off a tough year, which he ground out 4 yards per carry with a 68.7 PFF rushing grade behind an offensive line that struggled. Elliott has not looked at his best for some time now, but remains a good back without many real flaws.
Oh, getting 4 yards a carry sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like he was like 3-3 or something.
Yeah,
Well,
4 yards a carry is solid, man. You give him the ball
Hey.
3 times, he's getting you a first down every
First
time.
down. Right. So you're saying all I have to do is run the ball and I win.
Yeah,
Reasonable.
whatever.
Kareem
David
Hunt at 10,
Montgomery.
David Montgomery at 13?
over Jonathan
He finished-
Taylor.
He finished really good
wow.
last year.
Maybe.
Over Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor was like the best running back from week 12 on last year. There was only
Yeah,
like two, maybe
they were
two
probably
running
the
backs.
two
Right?
best. They were both really
Jo-
good.
David Montgomery over John. That's a dude. Kareem Hunt.
Says right there, David Montgomery doesn't have breakaway speed.
180 yarder.
That's what I want in my back.
He is slow.
3.1 yards after carry, after contact. Joe Mixon from the Bengals.
That's
If
fair.
he can
That's
stay
fair.
healthy, he'd be higher.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
love Mixon.
Yeah, me too. He's terrible for fantasy.
Antonio Gibson over Jonathan Taylor. What are we talking about?
Whoa,
what is
dude.
actually happening?
Whoa.
I
One
really
year.
like Gibson.
1 year wonder. I didn't even think he was going to be the starter last year. He came out of nowhere for me. I thought it was going to be the
He was
it
drafted as a wide
Bryce Love?
receiver.
Bryce Love, I think it was. Or
There we
whatever.
go.
It was him
Number
and McKissick.
16.
There's Jonathan Taylor.
My God.
Taylor was really bad at the start of the year, though, to be fair.
It takes time. You got to figure it out.
Same with Antonio Gibson. Gibson was horrid at the beginning of the season. I had him on my fantasy team. I know. 17 Melvin Gordon. Okay, Broncos. We see you.
That's fair.
Dude,
Yeah.
James Robinson should be way higher too, in my
Higher.
opinion.
100%.
That guy had an unbelievable year for an undrafted rookie.
At 19, we have Miles Sanders.
Pretty
Yeah, if you really
reasonable.
think about it, James Robinson is
Like
pretty-
a rookie, undrafted, with no OTAs and any of that crap last year. Ended up getting over, I think, 1,100 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders. Najee Harris, there he is at number 20.
Jeez.
You know what?
Harris-
That's probably fair right there for him. But he
That's
hasn't done
good.
anything in the NFL. But like, if you're just going off what you think,
Yeah.
then I guess. But
Mhm.
it's gonna.
Tony Pollard, we have both of the Cowboys in
Dude.
there.
This is gonna be a major. That's way too high for him. Also, he's in starting running back territory.
It's
Where is
another 70-30 split.
Mhm.
Well,
So,
how's he over like Raheem Mostert? Another guy that splits that is way more productive. Like that.
I'm assuming it's Mostert's injury issues.
Yeah. He's probably next. No,
Devin
Oh.
Singletary.
Dude, I watched
Yeah.
Singletary. I watched Singletary have like 2 games last year where he finished with like 22 yards on like 12 carries.
He actually
Yeah.
kind of stinks.
Yeah,
Kinda
he's
stinks.
not good.
Terrible.
Let's move
This
on.
list is cool.
Travis Etienne.
FTN.
How do you guys think he'll do with the Jags? I actually think he'll do pretty well.
I think he'll do fine with them. And I
Yeah.
think we're gonna be looking at the exact same thing with Nick Chubb Kareem Hunt thing with him and James Robinson.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do real good.
I still don't like the pick in the first, but
Boys, where is
I don't
Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
oh yeah, what?
How can you put
Devontae Williams, baby. I see you out there. I see you, baby.
Yeah, where
Dude,
is
what-
Edwards-Helaire?
dude, what is going on in this list, man? Where's Leonard Fournette?
Yeah.
Playoff
Yeah.
Lenny.
Even Ronald Jones. Where's Ronald Jones? He had a
Dude.
solid year.
This list is comedic.
There you go.
There's Ronald.
Man,
Look at this
Jones
producer,
last
number
year, He had a
6.
couple games. He had a couple. games
PFF
last year.
rushing grade last season, and you have him at 25.
At
You're
number
contradicting your own list. What?
He had a couple games last year where you would have thought he was Barry Sanders of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For his time.
Yeah.
He was looking pretty good.
Listen, we gave him the number 6 ranked of our list, but we're gonna throw you at 25. How do you think that?
Yeah, because you dropped 11% of your catchable targets. Cool.
Yes.
J.K. Dobbins. I
There's
think this
another
is-
guy. Why is he so low?
He
Yeah.
should be higher.
Well, especially with Ingram gone, like
He literally
him
led
and-
the NFL in yards per carry.
Naheem
Yeah.
Hines, the pass catching back. Cool.
He was fun to see this season, though.
Dude, I can't
Yeah.
take this list, man.
where is Edwards-Helaire? If he's not even oh my god, 28.
28. The disrespect, man.
29, James White.
Huh. No.
That's the craziest one so far, honestly.
James
I actually
White.
really like White, but did he even play last year?
Very-
I know he did, but like
On passing downs, he literally never ran the ball.
Dude, how can you put James White over Mike Davis even? Mike Davis was a beast last year.
that's a good
Even
point.
Gaskin,
Really like
should be
James.
on this list.
Chase
Chase
Edmonds.
Edmonds should be way higher.
Higher. Yeah.
Way
Yeah, where-
higher.
Where's Gaskin, dude? The guy almost had 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Kenyon Drake.
Up.
You?
Up.
And then last but not least,
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Dude,
Mark-
like, come on.
Mark Ingram,
Mark Ingram.
32. He shouldn't be in the top 60.
Philip Lindsay doesn't have a better year than him in the Houston Texans, man. Like, that is brutal. That's terrible.
Mark Ingram should not be employed at this point.
How is he on the list?
Dude, there's legitimate guys who aren't even starting running backs. In this list.
The list has got to is it not by team or is it? No, it's not actually. I thought it was just like a player per team. But there's two Browns and there's 2 Cowboys.
Yeah, 32 best running backs.
So
they're saying all these guys are starting running backs on each No.
But like what?
No.
But the Browns have 2 backs in the top 10.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're starting running backs that's not even on this list.
I know.
That are better.
Miles Gaskin, there's one.
Dude, like I said,
Ingram at
Philip
the end.
Lindsay. Philip Lindsay's playing on the exact same team as Mark Ingram. Is going to have a way better year than Mark Ingram.
Yeah,
Hands down.
no question.
Isn't David Johnson still on that team?
Yeah.
I would much rather him than Mark Ingram.
Dude, their running back room was like 6 people.
Oh yeah, whole bunch of Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Mhm.
7 of them. Are you in?
Who's running back?
That GIF was hilarious. Who's the starting running back? They're all pointing.
Yeah, I don't want to go out there.
Coach is looking.
Mark Ingram is.
Oh my God! Look at this quote here from PFF2. Trey Lance will cruise to the Offensive Rookie of the Year honors if he starts day 1.
I think he will have good numbers.
Over Trev Lawrence. I don't know about that.
Yeah, let's throw Trey Lance into the NFL right away when he barely played in college. This is going to go well for him.
Dude, they're not saying that he's going to be the best rookie quarterback. They're not saying that. They're saying he's going to be the best offensive rookie this year. That is absurd.
There's a lot of good wide receivers. There's a good tight end.
Amazing
and there's
coach.
Some good running backs.
Yeah.
He has the weapons to do it. He can even play good. His numbers will be off the charts for a rookie.
He's not going to start. Like he's not ready to start. If they throw him in right away, he's going to lose confidence so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
If they start him day 1, he's going to get destroyed, man.
Like you don't realize how the whole tight pocket thing. He's coming from D2 where those pockets were so massive. Good luck throwing in the NFL when you're not ready.
Yeah.
And like I said in the previous podcast, man, he doesn't have Lamar Jackson. Like he's fast, but he doesn't have Lamar Jackson speed where he can rely on it. So
he's got like more Dak Prescott speed where he can run, but he's not going to break away.
Yeah. Like he reminds me of someone like a Josh Allen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was our interesting list for the day, and I think at that point, I think it's time to call it a night here, fellas. Man, I just flabbergasted about those lists.
Honestly, you saved the best for last. Mark Ingram on the running back list was just out of this. I would have never, ever guessed he was even on the list.
No, I honestly completely forgot about him.
Like, I don't know, man.
Dude, Raheem Mostert was not even on the list. Like, what are we even talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, Raheem Mostert had a 10 times better of a year than Mark Ingram, and he was hurt. So you can't use the injuries because Mark Ingram was hurt too. He was a cheerleader on the sidelines. Like
CEH was 28th on the list. What?
Miles Gaskin wasn't even on there, dude.
Yeah.
That's
pathetic. Mostert really deserved to be on that list. He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
That's the other. Don't get me wrong. I love Tony Pollard, but he shouldn't be on the list.
no.
He's not going to get starting numbers. So what the hell are we talking about?
And any of those kind of dual-headed running backs will, like, you know, Javonte Williams is going to be a great running back, but he's not going to put up the numbers as like a starting running back. Kareem Hunt probably will be the closest one because he just gets crazy touches, especially when he comes to the end zone. But
hang on, was Swift even on that list?
No,
dude, he was phenomenal last year,
and he has a better offensive line this year. If we're talking about going into the season,
yeah.
Bro.
But James White's on the list, so
Yeah.
it makes it okay.
Oh my god.
James White, is he even a running back anymore?
Bro, they have Giovanni Bernard and him, don't they?
And they have Sonny
Yeah.
Michel still there too.
So
Yeah,
Did he sign for Tampa Bay, James White?
No, he was going to, but he signed back with the Pats.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah,
For
so
some reason, I thought he was
God.
Oh my god, that
Joe.
chair's squeaky.
yeah, the good old Bud Light chair there, or the Coors Light. Sorry, my bad. Good old Coors.
Get it right, jeez.
My bad, bro. I know Coors will never sponsor us now. Shit, my bad. That was our one opportunity. But yeah, guys. Well, you know, just saying there, I think we're all lost for words still about this whole PFF list, and you can see, you know, Joel. I think he's gonna be scratching his head off in this.
I'm gonna wear a hole right through it. I hate PFF so much. Oh my god.
Joel was already saying how much he hated PFF, and this is just kind of just tipped the scale over.
Ridiculous. It's a joke. Oh, I'm gonna pay $200 a year to listen to this garbage. That's for people who pay $200 a year for that, or people who are just getting into football.
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to Skip Bayless 24/7 than this.
No question. No question.
I absolutely hate that guy.
Him and Colin Coward. Oh no. Actually, someone likes Colin Coward here. I don't know.
I
how,
do.
but, oh my god, I don't
do.
know. How
Really? He's got
a fan of the herd
in the country.
I'm the one guy that kind of likes PFF, so that's why I'm quieting.
Cody is a brand new to football. If you guys,
I just like the info you get. Like, you're not gonna find it anywhere else. Some of it is.
You know why you won't find it anywhere else? Because it's fucking bullshit.
because no one else is doing it.
Yeah.
It's innovative, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
super duper.
next gen stats.
God.
You know who listens? You know who loves PFF? Skip Bayless. That's all you need to know. Hang the phone up.
Hello.
It's an iPad.
Yeah, it's an iPad. Well, with saying that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed another episode of the Pigskin Panel. I hope you got some laughs out of this one. It was a fun one, and so glad to be back. But again, like we said, next week we're going to be back on the road with our original schedule, Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. So definitely make sure, if you're already used to Wednesdays, it's going back another day, going back to how we originally had it. And yeah, if you guys definitely enjoyed this video, definitely make sure you give it a good old thumbs up, as it helps the algorithms for YouTube, pump it out to other people that are looking up for football talk shows, analytics, or just anything about football in general. As we want to make sure we grow this community. And speaking about growing this community, we'll definitely want to make sure that you follow all of our social medias. My man Cody McGuire there is rocking our handle at the Pigskin Panel. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media networks that you can think of. So definitely hit up on there. But before we end off, I always like to just go around the room just to give some final thoughts to the fans. So I'll kick it off with my man Cody.
I'm going to kick it off with a question. Who is your way too early Super Bowl champion next year? Prediction.
Oh, asking
I'm putting you
cool
all on the
questions.
spot. Hey,
Kansas
I said
City
way too
Chiefs.
early. It's okay.
I'm just going to say the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Fair enough. I was going to say the Chiefs too. I just wanted to see. That's what I got. Was just curious.
Okay. For anybody that's in the comment section, who do you guys think is going to be the Super Bowl champions? A super early prediction. Drop in the comment section below. But my man Mike Sharpe, what do you want to give away?
Oh, just another easy-going episode. Before you know it, an hour and 20 is gone. So It's getting easier and easier as these go. It's always good to have the fans chime in when they can, and on to the next one.
Love it, man. Love it. And then last but not least, my man, Mr. Braggino, Joel Braga.
Next week's episode should be fun because there should be a lot of June 1st cuts coming up. So there'll be a lot more content to talk about, and I'm pretty sure that dead cap penalties are split between this year and next year if they're cut post June 1st. So it saves money for teams. So you might see some pretty high quality names out there.
Oh, some big old moves. I love it. I love it. And again, just want to thank all of you guys for always consistently showing some love and support to the panel. You guys mean so much to us. Always showing love in the comment section and watching our videos afterwards and always giving us some support behind it, whether it be messages or just in person. Truly do appreciate and love all you guys. But again, thank you for tuning into another episode. And we'll be back next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. And Beyond the Trucks podcast. Drew Lock coming in MVP. Sign off.
Whoa.
Here's my prediction. He's going to break top 15 quarterbacks this year.
I hope so.
If he does it, he won't be their quarterback. So,
yeah.
For his sake, he has to hope he does.
100%. Two 1,000-yard wide receivers in Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful one. See you guys next week. Peace out.